Since Edge of Fate launched, I've been keeping track of my drops, what tier they are, and just trying to learn as much as possible about the new leveling system and new gear. Now that I've collected a ton of data and spent a bunch of time with the new systems, I wanted to make a video explaining how to level in the most efficient way possible so you can chase the new high tier loot. So for leveling, step 1 out of the gates is to do the legendary campaign, and then after the campaign, your next goal is to just do side missions around Kepler, and just grab as many chests as you can as possible, because all the gear from those chests are going to be plus 10 levels until you're level 200. From levels 200 to 300, your drop will be plus 4, and your gear is going to be tier 2. From levels 300 to 450, your drops will be plus 3. Levels 300 to 399, your gear will also be tier 3. For all levels after hitting 200, you'll want to do Pinnacle Ops and Solo Ops. Starcross and Pinnacle Ops is the most efficient if you can go fast enough, since you get 2 drops per completion compared to 1 drop for Solo Ops. For Solo Ops, K1 Logistics during Hive Day and Caldera Fallen the other day. These will just rotate back and forth. Technically, any portal activity is going to level you, but getting an A rating for these activities is the most efficient way to level. Something to keep in mind is that your Guardian rank affects the tier of loot you get, and potentially the amount of drops you're going to get. You should also look to be in a clan that's at least rank 4, since this will help your drop rate of prime drops, so be sure to work towards both of those goals. Once you're level 400, the only way to reach the cap of level 450 is through your prime drops. Prime drops are extra drops you're going to get sometimes at the end of an activity. As long as you're getting an A rating at the end of your activity, you'll get a prime drop every 20 activity completions or less. I've been tracking my prime drops since hitting level 400, and my current average is a prime drop every 12 activity completions, with the latest drop happening at 20 activity completions on the dot. You'll recognize your prime drop because primes also drop 1 tier higher than your normal drops. So at levels 200 through 299, your normal drops from grade A activities will be tier 2, and your primes are going to be tier 3 drops. 300 to 399, your normal drops will be tier 3, and your prime will be tier 4. Levels 400 to 449, your normal drops are going to be tier 4, and your primes are going to be tier 5. And at level 450, which is the current level cap, your drops will be just tier 5. Since primes are the only way to level after hitting 400, the most efficient way to level is to farm the fastest activity, aka Solo Ops, unfortunately. Now that we covered the basic structure for leveling, I'm going to cover the part that confuses most people, and that's how to set up your modifiers efficiently within the portal. So when setting up your modifiers, you don't actually need to fill it all the way up to A. You actually only need to get it about halfway through the last bar for Solo and Pinnacle Ops. This will show as a projected score of B+, but as long as you're not moving at UNC speed, the extra time at the end of the activity will juice your grade up to A. So again, rule of thumb, you only need to fill the last bar up about halfway. For Solo Ops, you'll also need to complete the side objective it gives you, which are things like get 15 precision kills. Another rule of thumb to follow is you should never be more than minus 20 below the activity you're doing. So make sure you're constantly infusing your gear, level up, and just wear your best stuff. There will be points where you level so much, about every 20 levels or so, where you'll need to add additional negative modifiers to keep the projected score halfway through that last bar. Being on top of this is important after hitting level 400, since not quite hitting the A will result in your primes taking more than 20 activity completions, and it will look like you're hitting A because it fills up the bar at the bottom right all the way, but you're actually only getting a B+, and for some reason, the game doesn't give you a grade after every activity completion. Only your first activity completion after booting up the game for some reason. If you're doing Pinnacle Ops, make sure to give the person with the highest level the party leader and have them follow these same rules. This will ensure everyone is getting the maximum amount of juice from their drops with the least amount of struggle possible. Now for actual modifiers that I like to pick, I always pick equipment locked and 1 Bane modifier. Once you're a high enough level for Master, you will add no starting ammo, since this doesn't increase the level of your enemies. On Grandmaster, instead of no starting ammo, you get the much better option, which is Brawn and no radar. For when you need to add negative modifiers to get that last bar halfway as you're leveling up, you do need to add those extra negative modifiers, as I said. So the ones that I like to pick to add on top of all of this is Subtle Foes, Hot Step, and things like Arc or Void Threat. You can even sometimes get away with a positive modifier, and my favorite positive modifiers are Brawler and Grenadier. The last thing to keep in mind with leveling are Conquests. These are one-time missions that will give you 4 drops to help you level. They're kind of hidden in the UI, but you can find them right here. Do Conquests as you unlock them, except for when you unlock the Grandmaster Conquests. Do the Grandmaster Conquest after hitting level 400, since these +3 drops are going to be significantly more valuable when the only thing that levels you after 400 are prime drops. So to recap, do the campaign, grab chests and do side quests on Kepler until you're level 200. From levels 200 to 400, you want to preferably do Starcross under Pinnacle Ops, but Soul Ops does work if you don't want to hit the LFG streets or have no one to run with. Then from 400 to 450, you're going to be sentenced to 200 hours of Solo Ops jail until you're 450. The footage on your screen has been a random run of Starcross, which I will let play out so you can get a rough idea of how to do it efficiently. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Yeah, you got the rest of them jumping off.
Dude, why do I go nowhere when I do that launch off that wall? I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Run forward.
What are we doing?
Okay, switch objective, baby.
I know. Just like a whole
Common to myself.
Situation taking place, you know?
Bird snake.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie.
Why does that keep happening? I keep like instant grappling off of the melee and it just doesn't make me invisible.
I don't know, bro.
Who stole host?
There's also a cooldown on like spamming camo, like you can't just do it over and over again. Wait, are they both dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waiting on you, Grandpa.
There's a cooldown. You can't like spam camo over and over again.
Gotcha.
Like once you go camo once, you have to.
I
wait,
built up
2
like the
seconds
full
before hitting.
combination blow. Ooh, mid retrograde.
Are you saying you did wait though? I didn't hear anything.
Bang! No, I built up like full combination blow stack, so that's probably the cooldown that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Prime.
Prime!
Shit.
Wait, what number was
fuck?
I at? 5, I think?
Oh.
Well, 528? Not bad.
Oh,
not
bro,
bad.
I would do some
And the-
devious things for a fucking chess piece right now. It's minus fucking 11? Oh no, it's not.